Okay, even and odd functions. Now this is just you looking back at the symmetry we just did. And here it is, here's the statements. An even function is symmetric to the y-axis. Alright, so if we go back here, where's the thing? There, y-axis. This would be an even function. Okay? What do we also have? An odd function is symmetrical to the origin. Okay? Now then, the thing about this is, if I go back to this, remember, we're not going to do x-axis symmetry with this because, remember, I think we had that one x-axis, that's not a function because it doesn't pass the vertical line test. Okay? So, even and odd. Alright? Okay, let's go and have a look at that. That's basically the statements. Now you can read through here to actually check how you'd prove what's even and what's odd. Okay? If it wasn't visual. Now I'm going to show you some examples and kind of a little shortcut on how I do it. Okay, so even and odd functions. Even respect to the y-axis, so we're going to replace the x with a negative x. Okay, see what happens. And origin symmetry, odd function. Right, let's look at this. Now then, quick shortcut. Look at this. Odd exponent. Odd exponent, x would be x to the 1. Odd exponent, guess what folks, that's an odd function. Okay. So really, I haven't really tested it by replacing x with a negative x. But this is what it is for these, for functions. Here's how I do it. If you replace an x with a negative x, and everything changes, alright, all the signs change, that's an odd function. So again, replace the x with a negative x. I will x to the 7th, replace that with a negative x, you get negative x to the 7th. So that would be negative 5x to the 7th. Okay, an odd amount of negatives. It's negative. Replace this x to the cubed with negative x. Right, negative x to the cubed would be negative x to the cubed, okay? And with a negative in front, that's going to make it positive. Okay? Just think, I'm just replacing the x with a negative x. Replace 6x with a negative x. Negative 2 times negative x is positive 2x. Now look what's happened here. All the signs have changed from the original. Okay? All the signs have changed. That's why it's an odd function. So I'm doing it a little bit differently. Okay? For an even function, if you replace the x with a negative x, and none of the signs change, that's an even function. So I can see that, I know this is this one, the second one's even, okay? Second one's even, and I'll just show you by replacing the x with a negative x, okay? So this time I'm not replacing the y's with negative y's, I'm just replacing the x with negative x, so here we go. 6 negatives stays positive, okay? That's still 5x to the 6. 2 negatives. 2 negatives are positives, so that's still negative 3x squared. Minus 7 is minus 7. Nothing's changed there. Okay, the equation stayed the same. I replaced x with negative x. It stayed the same. Okay, it's an even function. Now, notice again, look, even exponents. So, kind of general rule of thumb, not specifically, okay, is that odd exponents, odd functions, even exponents, even functions. That's a general statement, because have a look at this. X to the 5th, ooh, odd exponent, plus x to the cubed, ooh, odd exponent. There's an odd function. As soon as I do the minus 7 here, which we had on this even function, now think about it. Replace x with a negative x. That will become negative x to the 5th. Okay? Replace x with negative x. That will become negative x to the cube. But negative 7 is negative 7. You can't change that, okay? So not everything's changed there. That would be neither. So this function would be neither. Because bits of it changed, bits of it didn't, okay? So again, quick general rule of thumb, okay? You replace x with negative x and everything changes, it's an odd function. You replace x with negative x and nothing changes, it's an even function, okay? And a little extra. You can have constants, okay, in even functions. That's okay, because they won't change. But a constant will screw up what might have been an odd function, okay, and turn it into a neither, okay? So, this one, because it was just all odd exponents, was odd. Again, odd exponents here, but this one kind of screwed it up. I know it's an odd number, nothing to do with it, alright? That's neither, because that won't change. Negative 7 to negative 7, and that's okay in an even function. Hopefully you've got that, okay?